welcome back to Simple Living New Hampshire. Today I'm going to introduce Thumper. She is pregnant right now and she's actually due on November 4th. We got these neat little rabbit breeding logs from Living Traditions Homestead. You can check out their link right here and you can print one of these out for yourself if you're raising rabbits. But yeah, this is the first time we're breeding Thumper, so we're really excited. It took a bit, it was a bit of a challenge to breed her for the first time, but we're seeing a lot of signs that she's pregnant, so we're getting really excited. So as you can see right here, we always put down the breed date. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, but we always put down the breed date, her nesting box date, which is always 25 days at day 25. We put in the nesting box, and then between 28 and 31 will be her Kindle date. This is actually Foxy's breeding log, but Thumper. Yeah, so Thumper. This is better. Okay, so Thumper, her nesting box usually goes in. It's supposed to go in November 1st. As you can see, we already put in her nesting box. Because we have a lot of predators and I just want her to feel safe and comfortable, especially while she's pregnant. So we always give our rabbits nesting boxes year round. We keep them clean. She's pretty good about not soiling it, so we don't really have any issues there so far. But yeah, she's already starting to put some fur in there. We're really excited. She's pulling some fur and but yeah, anyway, so we bred her on October 7th. Nesting box usually goes in at day 25 on November 1st for us. And then the Kindle date is usually 28 to 31 days. So we have a date range there. We're going to start checking for kits around November 4th. And hopefully she'll have them around then. And then we'll put down the Kindle date, how many were born alive, how many were stillborn. And then we will probably rebreed her about 2 weeks after to a month after she's had kits. Just really depends on how she's doing. So yeah, that's our plan. But yeah, she's about to be a mama for the first time. She is a silver fox doe. She's what they call a blue silver fox doe. So we're really excited to breed her for the first time. She's really shy. Silver fox breeds are very docile, but with her, our experience, she doesn't really like to be held a whole lot, but it really depends on how much you handle and hold them when they're younger, for them to be really docile. So one thing that I've noticed, but she's a sweet girl. She just, she's a little shy. Foxy, our other silver fox doe, she's better. She's more docile than Thumper here, but she's a good girl. She's pulling fur, so I'm actually going to give her hay. Alright, so there's 2 signs that we've seen with her that she is pregnant. One of which is I came out here yesterday and she was laying on her side with her belly out, which is a sign that she is about to have babies. Another huge sign that we're really excited about is her nesting box actually has fur in there. She's already started to pull fur and create a nest, so that's super exciting. I'm actually going to give her some more hay. Yep, so there she is. We give our does 16 to 18% protein feed, so she's getting different feed than our bucks. On average, we usually give our does about 1 cup of food a day, 8 ounces, but since she's pregnant, usually the first 1 to 15 days we'll start gradually giving her more food, and then after that, after about 15 days, we will increase her food. And usually I'll just fill up their little container with food, which you got to be careful doing that because you don't want them to get lazy or get bored and eat too much and get, fat. So I usually fill this up. At this point, I have it filled up, and I just let her eat as much as she wants. And I also give her hay to eat, some grass. We still have grass right now, so we're going to take advantage of that as much as we can. But 1 cup of food a day on average. Alright, Thumper, here you go. So I like to put their hay on top of their box. They sell little wire hay containers, kind of like the food hangs. They also sell them for hay, but I don't really feel the need to purchase one of those yet. They have their box in there most of the time, so I just put it right on top and I'm gonna let her, make her box and do what she wants with it. So for breeding rabbits, one of the main things that we learned is you always bring your doe to the buck. You never bring the buck to the doe because does are extremely territorial, and they're very territorial. And if you do bring the buck to the doe, they can be violent. They can end up castrating the buck. So you have to be really careful. So always bring the doe to the buck. Hey guys, this is Foxy. She's pregnant, one of our pregnant silver foxes. It's her first time, and I haven't been seeing any signs. She gets her nesting box tomorrow, but I haven't seen any signs of her building a nest yet. But today, I see she's been pulling fur and stuffing it in the corner. So she's a first-time doe, so this is pretty typical, but we'll have to keep an eye on her. She always has her nesting box, but I just now took it out to check it out and see if she was doing any behaviors since she's pregnant, and she was just using it as a bathroom. So I emptied it out, pulled it out, and I saw that, which is pretty cool. So I'm pretty confident she's pregnant. We'll find out in the next couple days. Tomorrow is day 25, so I'll check on her and make sure she has enough nesting material, but she looks like she's gonna be a mama. So this is Thumper. She's our pregnant silver fox blue doe. She's pregnant for the first time as well, and she is making a nest, which is really great to see. She's been pulling fur and she's been making her own little nest, which is great. So I'm not really too concerned that she'll have babies on the wire, but time will tell. Tomorrow she's due, so I'll be out here checking for the next couple days to see if she's had kits or not, and to check on them. I'm just gonna give her a ton of hay to work with. Probably a little overkill, but gonna give her a lot. She can eat some and she can use it as nesting material, keep her babies warm. So we'll check on her in the next couple days. Alright, so I just went out to check on Foxy, and it looks like she's having a miscarriage. This is her first time being pregnant, and she's had a miscarriage. There's been a couple of these throughout the night, so it's pretty unfortunate, but we'll be keeping an eye on her. Today we're going to go check out Thumper. She had her babies last night, so we're going to go check on the litter, see how they're doing, count them, and make sure everybody's good. So I documented her Kindle date. The day that the doe has her kits is called the Kindle date. So I documented that on her little sheet right here. So her expected Kindle date was between November 4th and November 8th. Usually we give it about 5 days of expectancy. So she had it on the very last day, the night before last. So I left her alone for 24 hours just to let her get settled in with her new babies. But today I'm going to go ahead and check them out, see how they're doing. I'm going to check for any deceased ones. I'm going to count them and just make sure everybody looks okay. So I would really recommend using a rabbit breeding log. I got this from Living Traditions Homestead. Thank you. I just printed this off from one of their videos in the links. So I use this. I put down the breed date, when to put in a nesting box, which is usually at day 25, the expected Kindle date, and then the day she actually kindled, which was not last night but the night before. So today I'm just going to document how many were born alive, if there were any deceased, and then go from there.
Thumper, can I borrow these? May I borrow these, Thumper? Wow. Nice thick coat. Good job. Wow, look at that. Nice thick coat. I can't even find him. Unbelievable. I see the little ears. Alright. Wow.
There's a bunch of them in there.
There's at least 8. There's one dark one.
Yeah.
Because
Earl's.
Look at
Because
so many.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. A lot of blues too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 or 11. There's 10 or 11.
Hey guys, so it's early. I just came out here to take care of the rabbits and the chickens. It's very cold and it's raining, so it's been a rough night. But it looks like Foxy passed away last night, so she's a year old. We breeded her just over a month ago, and she was due this week actually. So we bred her a month ago and she was due this week. Last week we found that she had a miscarriage. She miscarried some kits all over her cage. Well, we figured we'd just let her recover and rebreed her in a couple weeks. Well, she passed away last night. She's gone, so it's unfortunate. All part of having animals, I guess. I had no idea. So. Alright, so 10 babies.
11.
11 babies and one deceased. She probably wants to feed him.
Thumper, can I put her? I won't move you. Okay. Oh, crawled right under.
I was wondering how she fed him, if she backed in or if she, I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I just assumed she would have, because
We might, next time we'll have to build her, maybe we should build her a bigger box.
I built a bigger box.
Oh, it's in the basement?
Yeah. I just don't want to move her or operation. Can that one get under? It's definitely...
So. Had one pass away.
Oh, she had 11 and one pass away. That's not bad. To end up with 10.
Poor little guy.
Almost a week later to end up with 10.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Thumper. You need a... So, the reason actually why I didn't give her the bigger box that I built was because I built it bigger in every direction, including height-wise. And being that she jumps up here...
Yeah.
And she has it packed nice and tight with heat, I didn't want it to be some massive box that she couldn't make cozy, so I don't want to build it any taller. I just want it maybe an inch longer and an inch wider, because
Yeah.
she's probably ready to come out, but she's not in her cage.
Yeah.